What's up everybody, my name is the Orange Turtle, back with another TMZ 2012 video. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe for more content. Hope you enjoyed the video. Let's get straight into it. So the scene starts off when we see April struggling to get herself free because she's kidnapped from Shredder's lair. And as Dogpond and Fishface go out the door waiting for Master Splinter to get there, Fishface asks Dogpond about Master Splinter if he's really like that. And I'm gonna answer that question for you, Fishface. Yes, he is. Trust me when I say that you do not want problems with Hamato catching these hands of Yoshi, but you're gonna see what I'm talking about when he pulls up on y'all. So Splinter pulls up to Shredder's doorstep and the Foot Ninja begins to surround him. And before we start, I have one question. When did Shredder teach you that move, bro? You up here posing like you finna do something to him. Trust me, brother, if Splinter's sons can run your pockets, so can he. But the fight starts, and Splinter throws one Foot Ninja to the side like a rag doll.
Damn, he really about to rock my shit.
He's doing them crazy, bro. Watch this. They all start charging at him again, but he's just moving like crazy. He's showing what a 40-year-old ninja master can do. He gives another ninja CTE by slapping his head into the wall. He throws another Foot Ninja off of him, palms this guy's face like a vulture might, and says, "Get over here!" And he just suffocates him. And just look at these bodies, bro. Splinter did these Foot Ninjas how Kratos is doing the Great Pantheon. He's just killing them. We go back to April still trying to get herself free, but then Dogpound and Fishface hears something outside. But when the door opens, all Fishface and Dogpound see is a Foot Ninja walking through. But when he drops to the floor, the two realize that this guy was on a 1 HP before walking in here. He tries reaching out to them for help, but all you see is Splinter's two eyes in the background, and this guy gets dragged away into the darkness. Now between you and me, Splinter might have intertransmission, not gonna lie, because after he drags that ninja away, he appears right behind Dogpound. And he starts getting heated because there ain't no way a 40-year-old ninja master finna outdo him like that. Dogpound goes into attack, but Splinter dodges his first two strikes, jumps over him like a Bowser boss fight in the first Mario game, and kicks him in the face. So then Splinter focuses his attention on Fishface, and as we can see, Splinter is locked onto Fishface. He got his Sharingan activated. Fishface is not getting past him like this. He goes on the attack, but Splinter is just dodging his strikes effortlessly. The Flash cannot relate to this level of consistency. One moment he'll be boxing with Reverse Flash, the next he'll be losing to an Australian guy with a boomerang. It's a sick world we live in, man. Can never be this guy. Dogpound gets back up from the beating he just took and runs after Splinter. The cameraman cuts back to Fishface and we see... Anyways, Fishface tries to stomp Splinter's head in twice, but he keeps missing. Choose a different attack, bro. My gosh. He goes in for another kick, but Splinter must have spider sense or something, because as soon as Dogpound jumps up to attack him, he weaves out the way. And then, well, this happens. So after we, yes, we, as an audience, just witnessed Dogpound getting hit in the balls like that, Splinter thinks to himself for a moment and says, you know, this is a great time to start aura farming. And so, he does. So after Fishface has witnessed Splinter aura farm in front of him, he starts getting heated and goes in for another attack. Splinter sidesteps the attack, grabs Fishface's tail, makes Fishface bite his own tail, and Fishface starts buffering. And I know this is what Fishface gotta be thinking in his head right now.
I ain't gonna lie, I'm getting cooked.
After he sends Fishface into the water, him and Dogpound both retreat, thus ending this fight. Splinter then focuses his attention to April since she's still chained up, and once he gets to her, she disappears.
It was fake! I knew it!
Now at this point in the video, you're probably wondering, well dang, why is April a hologram, and why does Splinter pull up the Shredder's leg in the first place? Well, lucky enough for you, I'm here to tell you that. So basically, in this episode, the Krang and the Shredder have teamed up, and the Krang's main goal is to take over the planet, and the Shredder's main goal is to, well, fight the Turtles and Splinter. But the Turtles are occupied stopping the Krang invasion, so with Splinter sitting at home, praying that someone make it back alive, Shredders are like, you know what? Nah, I gotta seize my moment, no Coco. So Shredder then sends Splinter a message that pretty much says,
I've kidnapped April and she's at my lair. If you value your life like you say you do, you better get over here, be a man, and run my fade.
And that's pretty much it. Let's get back to it. After seeing that it was fake, Splinter jumps back and hits the mouse with some shuriken, blowing it up. And all we hear is Shredder laughing in the background like he Joker or something. After Splinter looks around for a minute trying to find where Shredder is, he asks a question that probably someone out there is asking right now.
What have you done with April?
And Shredder pretty much says this.
Now that you are here, Miss O'Neill is no longer any use to me. I gave her to my new friends, the Krang. Gave her to my new friends, the Krang.
You what?
This man Shredder just admitted to human trafficking a little girl.
FBI, open up!
So after Splinter hits Shredder with the Sonic, what did you do? Before Shredder even thinks about answering his question, he smacks him to the ground. And nah, that's crazy levels of hating right there. Cause imagine you sitting in class, you ask your teacher a question, he comes over to you, slaps you in the face, and then answers your question, bro. And Shredder's all like,
yes, I took your family away, and now we can finish this once and for all.
Kendrick Lamar then tells Splinter to
Take that mask off.
and Shredder is just standing there all like,
Dang, Yoshi, no wonder you and your sons love each other. You're both ugly as all get out.
and after he said,
You're a rat who's been caught in my trap.
Splinter could not take that level of disrespect anymore. He said this.
Look closely at this face, Shredder. Or it is the last thing you'll ever see.
Okay, Splinter, we see you, yeah. Let Shredder know you ain't nothing to play with. Is what my final thoughts would have been if we didn't come back to the next scene and these two are just talking to each other.
Really, nigga?
This is like you pulling up to somebody's crib, ready to box, ready for the fade, and you say, hey man, these boxing gloves will be the last thing you ever see. And when you and the other person get there, you start hitting the Naruto Talk no Jutsu.
Felt pain too. You're not the only one. If I stop believing just
Shut your fucking mouth!
get difficult.
I'm kidding. I know it's for exposition. Calm down. But essentially, Splinter and Shredder, before they were called Splinter and Shredder, and the names were Hamato Yoshi and Orokusaki, were pretty much raised like brothers until Splinter and Orokusaki found a girl they were both after, but Splinter was locked in with her and they had a kid together. And instead of accepting the loss, growing, maturing, and realizing that there are other fish in the sea, Shredder, being an adult man by this point, says, nah, I'm just gonna kill Splinter. This man's out here moving like Mordecai from Regular Show. This is insanity. And essentially, Shredder attacks Splinter. He ends up killing Tang Shen, Splinter's girlfriend at the time, and presumably killing Splinter's daughter. But I will go more in depth with this backstory as this all gets explained in one episode during Season 3. And now, for the fight me and you have been waiting for. Let's get straight to it. Splinter and Shredder both rush at each other. Splinter throws a spinning back kick to Shredder's face. But oh no, Splinter is a humanoid rat who lives in the sewer. His feet probably smell crazy. So Shredder hits a... Shredder goes in for a grab but misses. He then follows it up with a sweep kick like he's in Shadow Fight 2. And just look at the 80-inch vert that Splinter got, bro. Put down the stick and put on the jersey, dog. The two run at each other again, clash. Splinter is able to dodge Shredder's first punch, but Shredder lands a mean uppercut. He goes in for another attack, but somehow Splinter spawns behind him and tries to strike him while he's on the ground. The two jump up to a platform trying to get the high ground on each other. Obi-Wan Kenobi taught him well, I guess. And Splinter falls through a glass opening. Splinter gets back up and tries to figure out where Shredder is. Shredder takes his ample time to try and sneak Splinter. But Shredder somehow, as a ninja, is not Sneak Nation certified, so when he tries it, he gets backed in the face and has to go back into the shadows. Splinter looks around for Shredder again, and then fire starts appearing around Shredder's lair. I'm crying. Nah, this man thinking Michael Jackson or something. After dodging some more flames, Splinter looks up and... Yes, Shredder. We see the fit, bro. It is not this serious, gang. After Shredder decides he's finished orb farming, he hits Splinter with a foxy jump scare and they get back to squabbling. And they really going hit for hit, bro, because watch this. Keep the block. 1, 2, 3 consecutive dodges by Splinter. He goes in for a stab, but nah, Shredder catches that cane and breaks it in half. But Splinter knows the first rule of being a ninja. Never get caught lagging. So when Shredder jumps up and tries to stab Splinter in the face, Splinter reveals a hidden sword and tries to stab Shredder. And they hit one of the sauciest slow-mo transitions I've seen in my entire life. Out here looking like a Spider-Man 2 boss fight. After the exchange, Splinter asks Shredder some very reasonable questions. Man, Shredder, why are you the way that you are? I mean, you literally burned my house to the ground. My family's dead. I have my reasons. What are you so mad for? And to this day... Shredder's response makes no sense.
You took Tang Shen from me. You took Tang.
Bro, this simp! You're really out here causing destruction to another man's life because you couldn't get the girl you wanted. Man, you ain't slick, Obito. We know that's you. But Splinter has a crazy response to this. I ain't even gonna lie to you, gang.
She was never yours.
Splinter then immediately wraps his weapon around Shredder and tries to stab him in the back, but Shredder is able to block it last second. So they clash with each other, and Splinter basically says that if Shredder defeats him, he'll basically have nothing because he only ever had his hatred. I guess Am taught him well. Shredder finally gets the ropes off of him and tries to stab Splinter, but Splinter is able to back up out of the way and not get hit. But Shredder gets up and just starts laughing his butt off again. Like, bro, what is so funny to you? I get it. You saw them one live action reviews, didn't you? Yeah, man, I be laughing too. But Shredder pretty much says after Splinter took Tang Shen, he said, I bet. Let's go band for band then. Let's see. You took my girl, and I took your daughter. And poor Splinter, bro. He cannot take that realization, dog. He started getting hit with flashback after flashback after flashback, dog. But Shredder uses this as an advantage to start putting BTR to Splinter. What does BTR mean? Belt to Rat. Shredder goes in, and Splinter is able to block the first punch, but gets hit with a crazy gut check. He's able to dodge 2 more punches, but Shredder hits Splinter with a crazy African backhand. And he really started getting into his martial arts bag right here, because watch this. Because he hits Splinter with a knee, backhand, kick to the gut, and an uppercut from hell. While Splinter is out there laid out on 1 HP, Shredder walks over to him and starts talking crazy.
You know, Yoshi, after I kill you, your daughter's gonna be calling me father for the rest of her life. She's gonna want me to check for the monster under her bed. She's gonna want me to deal with the bullies at school. And more importantly, she's gonna want me to walk her down the aisle someday.
Oh, nah. I cannot take a level of disrespect of the father, man. Splinter, you gotta do something, bro. And I think he heard me, because after Shredder was talking that bullcrap, Splinter locks in. He gets right back up, weaves the first strike, and goes in only to get his face stabbed. But hold on, me and you know Splinter isn't going out like that. So when we cut back, we see that he isn't getting stabbed at all. He's biting this man's drip off. Nah, that's crazy work. I've heard of getting your chain snatched. I've heard of scuffing the J's. But I ain't never in my life heard of biting the drip off. And he continues to disrespect by following it up with a double kick to Shredder's chest. Splinter got him moving in slow motion for me. Then he starts running on all fours towards Shredder like he's Lucas from Stranger Things. Shredder throws a punch at Splinter, but he's able to block it, and Splinter hits Shredder with a crazy combo. Peep the 2 gut checks, uppercut, right, then a left. And Splinter just starts spazzing on Shredder. He hit him with the JoJo Bizarre Adventure, talking about some... and then kicks him in the face. He really got Shredder over here falling, dreaming. Shredder starts throwing some knives at Splinter, but Splinter is able to dodge them effortlessly. He gets in real close and starts zooming around Shredder like he's Sonic or something. Splinter pops back up and slaps Shredder right in the face. He then elegantly jumps around Shredder, got bro looking everywhere but where Splinter actually is. Like, no bro, I did not call your name. Splinter punches the back of Shredder's head and keeps on moving until he gets to this position right here. And boy, oh boy, Shredder could just feel the triangle circle appear above his head. He knew it was over for him. Splinter then hits Shredder with the Shoryuken and a spinning back, flying through the air and onto the ground. Shredder looks back and, oh nah, you're chopped, bro. Put the mask back on, please. Now I get why you're mad, bro. I'd be mad too if my entire face looked like a Deadpool reference. My gosh. Splinter runs at Shredder, immediately going in for the kill, but he gets his attack blocked by somebody. Splinter and this mysterious stranger clash a couple of times, only for him to get a closer look and realize, hey, this isn't a stranger. That's my daughter! What? So Splinter obviously doesn't want to fight his own daughter, which leads to Cry cutting him on the shoulder. Cry runs over to Shredder, and Shredder starts talking crazy in her ear.
Hey, you know that rat over there, Samata Yoshi? You know, the one that killed your mother in cold blood?
And when Cry hears this, she is on time. She wants to fight Splinter immediately and try to get back for her mother. Just look at Shredder in the background, dog. He's smiling, geeking. Dare I say he knows something about you. But Splinter being a good dude, he backs down from the fight because he doesn't want to hurt his daughter. Cry calls him a coward, and Cry, I'm gonna need you to shut your... Because if Splinter decided to come down here and start mixing you, bro, you couldn't do anything about it. He put your father on his back. What do you think it's gonna do to you? But yeah, Splinter leaves, and that marks the end of this fight. Now, all in all, this fight was some absolute cinema, some straight peaks, some straight fire. I'm not even gonna lie to you, man. I think Splinter did better than Shredder in the fight, but Shredder was cooking him a little bit, not gonna lie. Sorry this video took so long to upload. I will try to get back on the grind. I was being a little lazy. Hope you enjoyed the video. That's it for today. See you guys later.